Terminator eyes, red like fire, burning through the wires, higher, higher. Run, 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 they'll find you still, in a dream where time stands still.
Watching and jotting.
Welcome to the Just Bake Podcast. This is the podcast where we
think and see.
Man, we said we're doing reactions. We're doing Am I the A-hole stuff. We're doing just advice.
Life advice.
And we're also doing movie reviews because something you may not know about me. I was a shielded child from movies. As you know, I grew up at a dead-end street. We didn't have cable, and my father was in charge of the TV, not me. So
One TV, my rules. Go
Yep.
outside with your friends.
that's it.
Take your brother and go outside.
I grew up where you were hanging outside, you came inside, you watched TV, you know, like a TV show at the end of the night maybe, went to bed. Like movies were just not a big part of my life, so I enjoy
Right.
catching up on stuff I haven't seen.
On the other hand, I'm a movie kid. You know what I mean? I was all about, put it on. Howard the Duck, give it to me. You know what I mean? Gremlins, 80s, give it to me. Weekend at Bernie's, seen it. You know what I mean? Multiple times. On the weekends is more the time when I got those. That's when my parents were probably doing something else and I had access. You know, maybe they were partying last night. Well, I'm up early. I got the cereal bowl popping and I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? And whatever's on, at the time is whatever came on is what you were watching. Swamp Thing? I like this one. This is fire. Give me that Toxic Avenger. I like it.
So this is the yin and the yang of the Just Bake channel. But for our first movie review, we watched classic The Terminator. 1984 action sci-fi movie, and this is, like we said, a classic, but I haven't seen it. 1 hour and 48 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I watched it on HBO Max, and let me tell you, I watched it with headphones on.
Oh, that's an experience.
Alone. In the zone.
Okay.
I can't lie. That was
The explosions
it
were
was
real
nice.
for you then.
Yeah. And this is what it said for the little blurb on it. It said, Arnold Schwarzenegger is unforgettable as an unstoppable cyborg who is sent back in time to kill a young woman in this sci-fi classic.
God, no.
Rated R, graphic violence, adult content, nudity, and smoking. They was
put
out there
smoking,
smoking.
they was-
Smoking was the
It
last
was
one.
smoking. And that's funny.
Yeah.
I put that in my little notes as I'm watching. I'm putting little notes down. I'm like, no. One of my notes, smoking was a thing indoors. Like,
Oh, yeah.
in the police station. He's
Puffing it.
just, you see the case today? And it's just like, it seems weird now, but that was in the hospitals back then.
Yep.
This was everywhere, man. It was just, you're smoking and going. For 1984, bro, I know for just like the opening scene, to see that part when it was like, LA 2029. Brother, we're close to it.
Coming.
And I'd seen none of that coming, what they showed, but that's just kind of cool to think that back then, they think that now, back then they think now was supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
Or it's like, there's certain things you could probably take from there, but that ain't it.
Well, to cut the whole thing, like, it is scary how a computer decided that everybody needed to die right now with ChatGPT, with AI, everything.
Bro.
In another 5 years, what does that look like? So, although right now, we're still 4 years away,
I know.
shit is coming
It's
quick.
kind of close. It's funny, because look, nothing close but will possibly be the future. Robots / lasers, cousin. We're there. Like, having, the fucking, the drones.
Yeah,
Like,
drone
drones are the new way of like, battle, right? Drones go in and drop bombs and shit now, or go in shooting places, and, like,
There's not a lot of hand-to-hand, man-to-man fighting anymore.
right, not how it used to be.
Woman
So
to
now
woman as well.
we're getting further away from that. We're just sending drones to blow shit up.
Yep.
And less casualties on the person attacking. We don't need to send in troops. We're sending the drones first, and then troops come in and do the dirty work
Robot
after.
wars first, dog.
Robot wars first, man.
And then you might have some like ninja special snake trying to creep in the side, but that's like you got a couple man team on a mission. But yeah, for the most part, the full all out wars seem to be we're going tanks, we're going drones.
Right.
The full out wars are one thing, but the tactical shits, that's all unmanned aircraft.
Yeah.
And to see that, although it was rudimentary, to see that it was very, oh man, are we... Because especially in this movie, there was that thing of, okay, you know the future. Sarah Connor knows the future, the third of her name. knows the future, but she doesn't know how it happens.
Right.
So even to cut all the way to the end real quick, when Homeboy takes the picture of her,
Right.
when you're just like, oh, that's how that. So
Yep.
she knows the future, but she doesn't know how the
She
future
doesn't
gets
know
to
how
be the future.
be there. Right. So she has this glimpse of, oh yeah, but
Yep.
how in even him knowing, you know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at the picture in the future of her.
Uh-huh.
As like how
How did this happen?
but then you know, spoiler alert, the nigga dies.
Yep.
How did you know when you died that you were supposed to see her? You met her, you knew it, but then he explained he had a picture of her that the John Connor had, the son.
Yeah,
So
that
we're
the
all
Terminator
over the
didn't
place.
have.
I get it. We're all over the place. But you know, to break it down.
Yeah, I'm the only one that hasn't seen this movie. You've seen it, so you know what we're saying. I'm sure.
Right. You get it. You've seen it.
But
I-
immediate lightning,
yeah.
Arnold's naked. You know what I'm saying?
That's so
Immediately.
funny. I was like, Arnold was in prime shape, good steroid era. Walking down the street ass naked is wild for opening scene of him. That was my, it was like, yo, this nigga assed out opening scene.
But
Arnold, go.
So then I think too about how many actors, actresses, LA people in general have been high or sober that have recreated that scene. Because I have
Right.
to imagine it's been so. Like, listen, if you live in LA and you feel like you're on top of the world, just bow,
and this is the
ass out, looking over
Yo,
the city.
is this the alley where Arnold ass nakedly arrived? Yeah, I think.
I would hope so.
We're gonna do that. And shout out to the punk rock era, like. The first niggas he thugged down to get clothes were punk rockers.
Yo, seeing young, Bill Paxton, seeing him young
Yeah.
with the blue mohawk was like. Have you ever seen who's the voice of God?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Like, have you ever seen him young? I think it would have just been like a shock. So seeing Bill Paxton that young was nuts. To just that's him.
That was him.
That's Billy.
It was,
Missing one tooth.
But I tell you, man, that opening is like, oh, that's where he got his garb, you know.
Yep.
Before, but then he did get his classic leather later on, which I'm gonna say they didn't show how he got that leather. I don't remember seeing how he got that leather.
Same. I don't remember.
But he did get it.
He got it.
And I tell you, man, the part where like I said, we'll see the spike here, Arnold's first look, that was dope. Shout out to the payphones that had phones books in them, and you were just able to find people.
But then I thought too, when he rips out the page, I'm like, oh my God, imagine being at the phone book and going for someone else on that page. And you're like, they're missing this only fucking page I need.
So are you listed or you're not listed?
But
that was just
you are
public
right.
information, man.
Public and communal use of things was real.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, don't touch anything anyone else has ever touched.
Privacy is a definitely bigger thing now, but back then I was like, I'm in the book, bro. Look me up.
Exactly.
And these books were everywhere. If you remember
And it's
the era of
phone number and address.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. Like, if I want to kill you, bro, I'll find you.
Yeah. Why do you think like serial
what he's trying
killers
to
and
do.
shit like that were so prominent in the fucking 80s? Because they're like, oh
too
man,
easy.
what's her name? You know,
This is too
Sarah.
easy.
You know,
Right.
whatever.
Comma.
Wow, there she is.
Right, and if that's not her, I have a slew of them to go through.
Yep.
The most uncommon name, there's only one, Gretchen, you know, for Buffalo.
Archibald.
You know what I mean? Gretchen Archibald. It's like, there's only one of them, so nailed it, got her. And I'm pretty sure there were people back then that were kind of like really, you know, get off the grid. I don't want that. Get my name out of that book. There was a way to not have
I
your name.
feel like
in
you had to pay for it because even now,
Yeah.
if you go to Google Maps, there's houses that are blurred out.
Oh, really?
You know, I imagine you have to request that, do whatever that is.
Take
but-
it off the grid.
Yep.
I don't want it.
So Arnold pops up naked. Then Reese, also, we don't know his name was Reese at the time, but he
Right.
pops up naked in an alley. There was a questionable back and forth between him and the homeless guy because all you hear is the homeless guy just say, "Did you see that flash?" The next thing you know, Reese is pulling on his pants. I don't know what happened in that interaction.
It was a barter or a snatch, nigga. That's, hey, let me get that, man. He didn't, obviously was ass naked, so he didn't put a dollar out his booty. So it was just like, look, let me get that. Did he hurt the guy? I don't know.
I'm not
There
sure.
was some depth in there, though.
I want to start a sports bar called Barter and Snatch, though. Let me tell you. You guys going down to Barter? No, karaoke night. It's-
Butter and snatch. It's a bar I'd go to. I'd go check it
Hell
out.
yeah.
You guys want to go to B&S tonight, man? No.
But man, you felt the pressure of as soon as Reese pops up, it's just like lightning. He's there. Cop car. Huh? Go.
Yeah,
Like
go. Yeah.
we're on. It's
The
moving. We're
action
going.
came out immediately, and that was good about the Terminator. I felt like there was no like kind of lulls and intrigue and excitement of
Remember
action.
that first Avengers film when they introduce 7 or 8 fucking characters, and then you're like, an hour and 45 minutes in, we're fighting. No, this shit, 7 minutes in.
7 minutes in, we got
Police
action.
chase.
Boom, it's going down. I mean, this guy Arnold was on a mission out the gate.
Yep.
You know, because he was a cyborg.
Cyborg.
You know? Of course, he doesn't have time to think about shit. He's
Yep.
on a mission.
Exactly. He got time to think about one thing.
Right.
That's it.
Where's Saracana? That's all he was consumed with because he's a cyborg. He's sent on a mission.
Yeah.
Shout out to I had a shout out for the gun store. All right, because well, first of all, let me not forget that John Connor might have been one of the first cats I've seen with a real sawed off. Like he really got down and cut it off.
He was
to make it a sawed off. You know what I mean? So I gotta give him his props on making a real sawed off. Like a sawed off shotgun. No, they didn't really sawed off the handle.
Reese though, not John. Reese.
Oh, Reese.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I said John. John's dad.
Yep.
Don't worry
John's
about
dad. Exactly.
Reese,
Yep.
my man Reese, for cutting that off.
Kyle Reese.
I had good explosions, graphics out there,
Yeah.
man. But
Because I think they were practical back then. Like something really exploded if there was an explosion, right?
yeah, and that's because they really paid the budget to blow shit up, not CGI. It's like no, we're really gonna blow shit up.
Yeah, we got to.
There's the only way.
Ain't no fake flames out here.
Right, creating the robots is they're really creating animatronic like robots for
Yep.
real. You know, like the Arnold shit was crazy with him. But I wanted to give a shout out to them guns he had. Because the stupid hand cannon with the beam on it,
Yeah.
I looked it up because I wanted to go, what was that one? That was they call it an AMT hardballer 45 long slide.
Hardballer.
You know what I mean? Which is it's a rendition of a 45 1911. With a fucking primitive custom made laser sight, nigga. I mean that thing.
He said you pull the trigger slightly, hold it, and that'll have the laser on them, and then bow.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but it was great, and it's just like Arnold knew all about the guns. He had them all. He also had a Uzi. Which shout out to the Uzi in the
9
'80s
milli.
was a thing, man. And an AR-180 was the other bad boy he got from the gun store. And then I love when the guys turn around, and like, let me just load it. Hey, you can't do that.
Bow.
I just did it, nigga.
I know, yo, the 80s were so lawless because you have to think about if no one saw you do it, you're free.
Right, there was
Like,
less surveillance.
Oh.
Less surveillance.
Yeah, if no one saw you do it and there's no camera, you
No
got away
cameras,
with it. That's just it.
No fingerprints, and hey, I don't know who did it.
But he did ask for something that he didn't have, and that I like that part because he's like, 400-watt laser ball, and he's like, guy, it's just what you see here. You know, I'm like, come on, what are
Right.
we?
Oh, you don't have them kind of weapons yet.
Reese, I like the part where he's running through the store getting clothes as well, because that, I don't know, just as a little kid and watching Supermarket Sweep and things of that nature, I always wanted that store at my disposal.
Right.
You know,
Just
to
give me
run
that
in.
freedom to grab
Yeah.
what I want without any kind of consequence.
And then back in the day too, I wonder, because I know, obviously Reese's got it because it's Reese, so I'm going off Reese's with E.T.
Right.
Reese's was a big partnership with that movie, so I wonder when he put on the Nikes, was that just
Right.
this is what we think he'd grab off the shelf, or this is
It
what?
was like Nike cut the check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gotta display the Nike, because Nikes in the 80s was the big boom.
Huge.
That's where it came. Mike helped that one go to another level, but, so did Marty McFly.
Yes.
Just saying, you know what I'm saying? Nikes were around, and, they made sure that you were part of it, man.
And then on that note, I'd like to bring up as well, I know he had the pants before he had the shoes, but have you ever been butt naked with just shoes on? Because somehow it doesn't make sense, but this is true because I've been there. You feel more naked when you're butt naked with just shoes on than you do if you're just butt naked. I will take no questions. I will give no clarity. But if you do it, get back to me. All right?
Because, something doesn't belong. So
Yeah,
it immediately
it's just-
reminds you, like, hey, we out here.
Exactly.
Because, the shoes are supposed to be a staple of everything comes together with that. So when it doesn't
Yeah,
match.
shoes are supposed to be last.
Right.
So when it's only shoes, shit gets weird.
Man, you heard of OnlyFans? It's only shoes. You know what
Only
I mean?
shoes.
Only shoes. But I did have a little point to say, like, it was great how Arnold played the cyborg, but nigga, he really looks like one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, the jawbone structure was like,
Yep.
oh, it was a perfect role for him. Because he really looks like a robot for real. You know what I mean? His
Yep.
walk he had down. Shout out to the man that had a bag full of English words in his pocket and pulled this one off because he didn't need to. He was a robot.
Yes.
Because that was the biggest, I think, thing about this movie. People gave shit like, Arnold had like 8 lines. in a whole movie and made a
He
killing.
didn't need to be talking.
He's a robot.
was-
He's not supposed to.
It was action.
Right.
This wasn't a talking movie. This was an action movie. Come
He
on,
was-
cut.
He's playing a cyborg, so therefore you're not supposed
Mm-hmm.
to really have that dialogue.
And even I'll give it to him
Mm.
back then, because when they would flash to the for scenes that called for it, the model of him that really wasn't his face, like to jump ahead after he cut his eyeball out, and there
Mm.
was just that. Then when they show it, you can tell that it's a model of his
Right.
face and not really him.
That
but
real robot
only
shit.
if you really concentrate. Like if
Right.
you were just
Back
at
then
a
it was
glance,
real.
it looked great. At a
And
glance, it
listen,
looked
man,
great.
I go back to a movie Arnold was in with the Total Recall, right? So that's a back in the day '80s one sci-fi. Arnold was into sci-fi shit back then, I guess too.
Yeah.
And as a kid, it was really interesting to see there was a woman in there with 3 titties. Okay,
Triple tit.
Look the movie up, and it's just kind of like, she got 3, like a puppy.
Somebody
like
made
a dog having
half
puppies.
pup up top.
You know what I'm saying? It was
Somebody
like,
made a action figure out of that too.
did
I
they
remember-
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. The 3-titted woman was great, but that eyeball removal. But now this was really intriguing to me, man. The part where he's in the car with Sarah, and he's like explaining to her the AI kind of like, and the robots took over.
Yes.
And that whole premonition is kind of almost scary in a sense, like, bro, we could be going there. We're kind of almost there, of like, before iRobot came out, where the robots took over with Will Smith in that movie. But it's kind of like the way he broke it down, and then the robots got really smart, and then they started being able to learn patterns, and then they took over.
Yep.
It's like, oh shit, nigga, like
Yeah.
we might be going there. We're making them so smart that they just might.
Because then they just went analytical, and you can see that analytical thing happening of like, oh, we don't need these humans anymore. Boom. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Because it's not made off of emotion. It's made off of data.
Yep.
It's made off of things of that nature to where it's
like,
just...
we'll just get rid of you. What's the sense of having you? All you do is destroy things.
So, and I think that's, with the limited, dialogue that was there, I think that's what he was explaining. He was just like, no, we made the robots so smart that they said, oh, we don't need humans anymore. Blow. Get rid of them.
Yep. Now, outside of him having that kind of slight conversation of the guns in the store, I was looking at it as like his real first full dialogue sentence came an hour into the movie.
Damn.
And that was right before the "I'll be back." Mm-hmm. That was right because he had that dialogue when he came in there. I want to speak
Yep.
to Sarah Connor. I'm her
Exactly.
friend, and it's like, oh, this nigga's really giving lines
Yep.
right now. I was like, well, it took, and so I had to timestamp that. Like, yo, how far are we into the movie before this? I feel like it's the most I've heard from him.
That is
And
crazy.
it was an hour into the movie before Arnold really had a good, girth amount of language to speak there. It was like,
Girth Lang.
like, oh, okay, Arnold, you're right.
It was
You waited
nice
out.
to see, because like I said, this really honestly was my first time seeing this movie. So, of course, I have heard all of the pop culture stuff. I've seen all the pop culture stuff,
Right.
so you know some of the stuff going in. But Ice Cube, Infrared, Aim at Your Head, like your name was Sarah Connor, that first Sarah Connor that got killed, I was like, there it is! Boom!
Yep.
Okay, there it is!
And then Infrared came again in the club when he almost had her dead to rights.
Yep.
And then, Reese came through and said, not today.
Yeah.
let me
Yo,
buck
and
some.
Reese was letting that go in
Yeah,
the
he
club.
was.
Like, he was
Yeah,
just
he
bucking
was.
shots.
I mean, and Arnold was definitely coming through body bagging, man. And I
Yep.
like how they, the twist of them kind of turned into, we got a serial killer on the loose, and the whole thing of her fucking, like, all these Sarah Connors are getting killed. I'm Sarah Connor.
I did like that. We're like, oh, he's going to be called the phone book killer. I like that. That shit was because I'm like, you know what? He is. Because
He
you
is.
can see once the second one went, because, the first one, when Sarah Connor is working at the diner and her homegirl comes over and she's just like, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. You're famous.
Don't say nothing.
That thing. But then the second one, after homeboy cancels the date on her and she goes out to the other bar by
Right.
herself and she hears that come over the thing and just, oh, Sarah Connors are passing away and I am Sarah Connor.
Right. Yo,
That shit was good.
Shout out to her roommate's boyfriend that gave it everything he had.
Matt, right?
Yeah, dude, that
Now listen, one thing, and now in more ways than one, he gave everything he had. Listen, from the phone sex to the sex
the phone sex
to the
shit.
fight, he gave it everything he had.
And then, oh shit, my bad, Sarah. Can I speak to Ginger?
Uh-huh.
Ginger gets on, he repeats. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had
I had this shit scripted.
I had this shit right.
Yeah, we gonna go right back into it. You're not gonna do me like that.
Now, I'm not a big fan of sex while music. Sex and music, it's not. I don't love it because I feel like I pay attention to the music too much.
I like a little background sometimes. Depends. Background soothing sex music is okay for me.
I could do instrumental.
Yeah.
I can't do it with the lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, give me Pony, just the beat. You know? Boom, boom, boom. That's how I can't have the. But I say that to say, Ginger, Sarah Connor's roommate,
that was tough.
had the headphones on.
That was just like, nigga, I am not into this at all. But she seemed to be somebody she was attached to them headphones the whole damn movie.
Yeah.
And it was her downfall.
It was
because she was not aware of what was going on until it was too late. Like, what happened? The nigga came falling out like, oh, my dead boyfriend. Wait a minute, maybe I should take these off.
Yo,
because I'm making celery and peanut butter while he's getting murdered.
The sandwich that she was making looked amazing, man. She was coming, and man, it was very nice to see that. You know, Matt put it down. And she went and said, you know what, I'm going to fix my king something.
I'm going to make my man a sandwich because he laid it down right. I might have been listening to music, but it still worked.
She was coming back with that sandwich, and that thing looked good, too. And then it just...
I know, like, his...
But Matt went out, man. He went out strong.
And, like, he's laying there like, whoa, dude, what's going on? You want to go, man? Like, he definitely was like...
He was a Matt.
He was. And then you see the size of Arnold. He knew he was outmatched. But he's like, fuck it, man. I got to go down.
I got to go.
Here I am in my fucking boxers. What am I going to do?
Swinging.
Not even boxers. He's in his tighty white. He's like, bro, this is me or you.
It's
gonna
and now
be
he
me,
got
but...
thrown into a couple mirrors because I kept watching for what would have, but because the first mirror it seemed like he hit, things were fine. Then the second mirror he got back up and his back was just shredded.
Yeah, it was. I know. So Arnold did put in some work killing some bodies before he got to who he wanted to, and the relentlessness of this guy was just unmatched.
He's a machine.
He's a machine, bro, and it really really took that. Like, yo, this guy, if you're watching it, you're like, yo, this fucking guy is just, he won't stop. You know, and it's like, yeah, well, that means they captured a real cyborg.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's supposed to do. He's on a mission.
And the thing, too, just the unfortunate luck of everybody when he kills Ginger and Matt, while Sarah Connor is leaving a message saying where she is at the Tech Noir, sipping on a Canada Dry, just like... Oh, because you know, as the watcher of the film, there's so many things, and they write this to give you that anxiety.
Right.
But you're just like, oh, it's so perfect. How does it keep going so wrong? You know, like I really like that. That was great writing.
Ginger and L, yeah, it's great.
Bars. Yo, but speaking of that, man, those clubs in the '80s looked so dope.
Yeah,
like they just looked like
I was really
man.
attracted to the garb. You know what I mean? Because you really go into like, man, those were, and when they got ready to go out. And her friend Ginger had the fucking poodle, nigga.
I like a kinky curly. I do. I like a kinky curl.
Sarah had a little mullet kind of going on. You know, that was a certain cut to that one. That was a very big back then in the 80s. And usually people that had the haircut usually came with like a woman's suit.
Yeah. Shoulder pads.
Right, shoulder pads.
Sure.
Shout out to Hellraiser, the first one. Maybe we'll get into a Hellraiser kind of trilogy. Because the lady, the starring role of that one, she had the big ones. With the shoulder pads and the shortcut, nigga, just looking like Johnny Bravo type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? No one's I kind of highlighted was like, bro, when he turned into the complete robot, when he came out of the fire and all that, is like the traps on the robot was spot on. Like they put traps on the bot because it was like, yeah, well I could tell that was a diesel. You gotta, if you're gonna emulate Arnold, you put traps on a robot.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying. But that scene was crazy though. The punching through the window and just kind of, you know, on the bridge and shit.
Well, back in the club, it was. I like the foreshadowing too, to where she clocked Reese the whole time. Sarah Connor had clocked Reese, and she's like, "This is the guy following me, trying to fuck me up."
Yeah.
But then too, it was funny how, because this is how men and women communicate. Once he finally gets her in the car and they're running away, like. For some reason, he doesn't just flat out say, "I'm the one protecting you." You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't just that.
He had to wait till they were crouching in the car. Like, listen here. Calm down. She's like, hey, tell me something. I need to get away from you. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
He's trying to kill me. Are you trying to kill me? Or what are you guys both trying to, like, kidnap me into some sort of sex trade? What the fuck is going on? Someone's trying to kill me because they're killing Sarah Connors out there. That, for sure, she knew.
Yeah. That was fucking dope. To where it's just... Like I said, in the machine style, where he's like, start here. If I kill them all, I'll eventually kill who I'm supposed to kill. Very machine-like thinking, you know, of just go down the line.
And he was on it, man. And shout out to that initial like infrared with a bunch of numbers and shit, and letters that just mean nothing at all, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but it was great because that's what robot cyborg shit was supposed to be. And the Witcher call it was funny. The fucking phone call, he got the information from the police.
The voice
Yeah,
changer.
the
The voice changer was great. Yep.
To see Arnold kind of spew out the lady's voice. Thanks, it's her mom.
But you know what didn't come to fruition, right? Yeah, what happened with that? Because wasn't at some point he was going to go up to Big Bear to kill her mom?
He was gonna go. He thought that was the location. So then, how did he get that location of?
It was in her planner.
Right. Okay. So then he called to see where she was at, and oh no. She left a voicemail. Well, she for the homegirl. He was there listening to it. She's like, "I'm at the club."
That's
girl."
why he didn't go up to
Right,
Big Bear.
because he heard
all right.
Ginger's voicemail. He heard the voicemail after he killed Ginger and the boyfriend, and she's like, "I'm at the club. You gotta come over here."
Gotcha.
And then,
Yeah, that's why he didn't go to Big Bear to kill
right.
the mom.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And then we had to find out exactly where, they were located in that hotel.
Okay.
I'm gonna be at the hotel, and then it's like, oh, I just want to know,
Yep.
are they there? And okay, thanks.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I forget. That was just one of those that escaped me.
Yeah.
I liked the flash of being able to see inside of Arnold before, the full disrobing to where in the club when Reese bucked him a couple times with the shotgun, then he gets back to that hotel where it's just like, and he
That was a good shot. That was really good, man. Almost like with that open fucking surgery armed with the mechanical. I was like, well, that's what your tendons are probably looking like doing. So they really kind of captured that spot on.
Yeah, I thought that was
like I
awesome.
said, it looked a little goofy with the thing, but it was at the time that was great. You know what I mean? With the
I was thinking about that too because when this movie came out, I was 1, and I was like, man, I couldn't have seeing this in 1984 must have blown people's minds.
Right, because at the time, you're older, you're a teenager. I can only I wasn't a teenager in '84, but if you were a teenager in '84, that shit was amazing to you because there was nothing really going on like that.
If you were born in 1970 and you were 14 years old and went and saw this, forget about it.
Forget about it. Shit was
Forget
amazing.
about it.
Yo, this is so cutting edge, and I mean the eyeball in the sink was crazy. He fucking popped it out. He's got the knife going and shit. Made you kind of cringe a little.
Even though I know he's a robot, even though I know all that shit, I was still like, because I can feel you doing it to me.
He's cutting open, he's digging, man, and that red eye's like, how do I? They're gonna know. They can put the sunglasses on. It's fine. There's a patent sunglasses right there. Arnold was a bad dude back then, man.
Yeah.
You talking about he was in his prime, Terminator, Predator, Conan. Conan was a little earlier than that. But shout out to Arnold being a GOAT, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he really fucking captured this movie, man. And it was just like the relentlessness didn't even stop even when he became a half a robot.
Exactly.
It's just, the thing is half, and it's just like, okay, now Reese is dead, and he just won't stop. Here he comes. I'm half a robot. My mission must complete. I gotta kill Sarah Connor.
Yeah, that's that robot part with, no feelings, no nothing, just going into it. But when you were saying when Sarah Connor was, and that this happens in the 80s, whenever somebody goes, "You'll be safe here," guess what? No, you won't. No, you won't. You will not be safe here because she's sleeping and she's woken up by that gunshot. But I was saying to say, yeah, I feel like if that was a line in a movie today, it would not be famous. The "I'll be back." You know what I mean?
Because
it was one of those where obviously I've heard it so much, I forgot about it. Then when I saw it in a movie, I was just like, why was that the one that stuck? You know what I mean? Because
I think it was for me. I think that line kind of stuck because of what came after.
Yeah.
He just ran up in the fucking. He just ran up in the police station and just killed everybody.
Yep.
That kind of like "I'll be back," and then he drives to the police station and just fucking murders everything moving.
But that's why I like that woke up Sarah, where she was just like,
he's here.
But I forgot who said the line. Because I wrote it down because I heard it. The "You must survive or I will never exist." That shit was dope.
Yeah.
And then I like how Kyle went immediately to work, where he was just like, "Oh yeah, we need pipe bombs." You know what I mean? Like,
he did, and then he showed her how to do it. I know. Had Sarah get in there. Like,
not that fast.
Careful. I know. He was going to work with the pipe bombs too. That basically was saved his ass. Oh, I mean, we died in a cause, but was shut this nigga down. We're gonna throw pipe bombs, man.
Exactly.
It was a little cheesy coming up the stairs with the robot leg. Didn't feel very scary. It was like, It's like, oh man, take that nigga. Look how slow he moving.
I like the foreshadowing with the dog at the hotel. I enjoyed that. Where like, cause she just had the dream in his lap about everything, and because I didn't know whose dream that was, because she said she dreamed about dogs, but he had the like flashback
Vision.
dream
Yep,
and see,
yep.
yeah. So I didn't know whose that was, but I like the foreshadowing of the dogs. It's like, yeah, we use dogs to root them out and all that. Love scene in the hotel. I forgot about nudity in movies because it was funny how like. I'm not complaining, but it absolutely was not needed. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, that was a thing in the 80s. Like, oh, yeah, there are boobs.
Right.
Okay.
And I love how this, like, you know, in the midst of chaos, like, we're going to get this in right now. Like, I don't even know if you'd be thinking about that at that time. Like, someone's trying to murder you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ah.
I think the level's so high that you just, like, I've thought about this since I was a kid, where I was just like, if you're in a plane crash, but you got 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because you're at height. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
If everything goes,
she's got to be
can
with
you
it too,
perform
because
under
it's
pressure?
like, the fastest quickie under pressure.
Yep.
I'd be like, I'm gonna die, and I'd probably be like, he's not
you
moving.
might, bro, you might get that
But
fear boner,
some people,
dog.
that
That
fear boner might be the name of this. But I don't know, man. I don't know, and it's just like, you know. Those always throw me off sometimes with some of the movies where it's like a super fast love story.
Yep.
Like she's like, I love this man. I'm like, wait, you just met that nigga. He saved your life a couple of times. I guess that's a love.
Trauma bond.
Trauma bond.
Hello.
That's it.
Trauma bond.
End it. This is
The
done
Terminator,
now.
the trauma bonder.
Trauma
That's all
bonder.
it was.
It had to be. I mean, it got to be a surreal thing to be told, like, hey, you need to survive because your son that you don't know is going to come is going to be the one that saved the fucking world.
I had an epiphany while watching this. Okay? And I wrote it right here, and I said, Kyle Reese is like Ray J because he changed the world with his dick. If you think about it, Kyle Reese changed the world with his dick.
Oh, that's
right?
great.
So did Ray J. Nobody knew about Kim Kardashian before. Ray J went for it. Changed the entire world. You know what I mean? People got obsessed with that family and then that type of culture, and everything changed. Kyle Reese changed the world with the impregnating her. But
He did.
So Kyle Reese is definitely the Ray J of Terminator.
But you know what's crazy is like he didn't know he was gonna be the father, right? So I mean, he did that. I don't think
That's why I said they know the future, but they don't know how to get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
just like,
that I really like that.
Did you know in the future that John Connor was your son?
I don't think he did, and that's why it was.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because later when she's in the Jeep recording songs, or not recording songs, recording vocals like for
the
John
voice
Connor.
memos. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, he's your dad, but you can't let him know he's your dad because you have to send him back because he has to.
Wow. So John
You know what
Connor
I mean?
knew it was his father, but he couldn't blow his cover. That might have been what happened. Yeah, wow, I didn't even think about that one. Because he said he had some stuff, but he didn't really talk about his dad.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're him, nigga.
That's
He didn't talk much about him. Yeah, because he's talking to him.
to me, that was like, oh, that's great writing because it covered everything.
It's like, Dad, I need you to go back in the future to save Mom, to save me.
To have me.
Right. Come on, cuz. So this can exist. They go back and kill. This is done. It evaporates. But I mean,
exactly. So, and also the son cannot be then selfish and not send the dad back.
Right.
Which you have to travel naked.
You know what fucks
we got
me up?
that story.
Yeah. So now what fucks me up is if he goes back in time and he saves the way he did, but then he dies. How does he get there in the future if he's dead in the past? That fucked me up just now.
Different timeline.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I guess like, wait, hold on a minute, nigga. Like, if you die now, you couldn't come back from the future because you don't exist in the future. So how do you come back if you're dead in the past? Fuck, man. I just
leave a comment, please, because I don't know.
Whoa,
I don't know.
Wow. I just that just hit me, and I didn't even write that down. Shit, my ending line was chickens, watermelons, and pinatas at a gas station is the beautifulest thing I've ever seen.
Watermelons were 20 pesos. I wrote that shit down.
It's like there was a loose chicken, there was watermelons, pinatas at a gas station. I don't know where, in the middle of Mexico, I'm assuming she was, but man.
Because we mentioned it, but we kind of glazed over it. That pipe bomb, the last pipe bomb that did it, and then it was very poetic that the machines destroyed the machine.
Right.
Right? When they got in there, it's like, turn everything on, turn everything on.
It's a robot on robot
So
crime.
exactly.
Bot
The
on bot
machine
crime.
killed the machine. Bot on bot. I got bots on bots on bots.
Oh,
That
man.
was cool to see. That was like very poetic of like, oh, that killed that. Also, so 80s and so cool that the torso was still going.
It was still going, man. He's like, look, I'm going to get you, sucker.
That's how you
Another 80s
feel
reference.
trying to leave the bathroom during colonoscopy prep. We're just like, I'm going to go.
Woo! Cannons ahoy.
Nope, go back. Let it drop. But
Fun fact.
if you've ever prepped for one.
If you ever prep, I know. But nowadays there's pills, right? Mega pills. Well, they're about the size of a Motrin 800. All right.
Modi 8.
Not that bad. But the amount of geyser activity is insane, where it doesn't shut off, and it's just like, wow, the rawness of wiping.
Open crank.
You know, it's like, man, shower immediately is how you feel. I feel disgusting, but I feel clear and clean at the same time.
Yin and
it's
yang.
a must. If you need it, you need it. If you get to an age where you need it or whatever, you'll get it. All right,
And it'll be great.
Right.
Come back to this video and leave a comment after you do. The Polaroid at the gas station I loved because, like I said, once again, into you know the future, but you don't know how. And not that she knew that picture existed,
Right.
but we did because
Right.
of seeing, so then seeing how she got that picture.
So
I like the
what-
bargaining.
Right, I was the bartering. I'm gonna say, because
Yep.
what was the name of that club again? It was bartering or damn it.
Barter and something, yeah.
Yeah, you'll wind it. You
It
know
might have been barter and switch. I don't even know.
barter and snatch.
Barter and snatch.
Barter and snatch. So there was no snatch here. Now we've seen the bartering.
Mm-hmm.
I think the earlier one was the barter.
Yes.
Begin with a barter, end with begin with a snatch, end with a barter. Because the young man wanted 5. She's like, I give you 4.
She said quattro.
He's like, cool.
Okay.
Times is rough out here. I'll
Because
take
the story was nuts. Like, he wants to tell you that he feels bad about taking your picture, but you have so much beauty that you had to take your picture, and then he feels bad about trying to sell you the picture, but if he doesn't, his father will beat him in it. I like
it. He gave a whole story.
I like your rap, kid,
Your
but
whole
I'll pay
story
you 4.
Right, your whole story got you a buck less. And shout out to when she went to the club to sneak in, $4.50 at the door was in the same price number.
Yeah.
To me. That'd be $4.50. Like, wait, why 50 cents though? Just go for the 5. Give me $5.
Because I think they're gonna also spend that 50 cents in the club on the jukebox, on their first
Or the
drink,
phone, or
whatever
the
it may
pay
be, on the phone call.
The pay phone.
Right.
Well, I think it was a dime back then, but still, you put a quarter in, you might be able to make a couple calls.
Then I liked, once again, the foreshadowing of, what did he say? He said a storm's coming. I know. Man, I like that.
She knows it. And that leads into T2, which stay tuned. We'll get into that one. We're going down this trilogy, man.
Yeah.
It's a Terminator trilogy. We're going to take them all, man.
T3.
I think there's like 5 of them or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of Terminator movies now.
There are, man. And it'd be a good fun deep dive into them to see how they evolve and grow. Because I know from watching a lot of them, I don't know if I've seen all of them. I might have fell off near the end. But the first early ones, T2, I think was one of my favorites. That's when, being in school, and I remember I had this kid that I went to school with. His father worked at a place where he got access to shit that, chemicals and shit like that. And it was the first thing I ever seen. Shout out to my man Dave Rock, who used to come into school with liquid mercury, bro. And we used to play with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like the coolest looking shit. And that's what, in T2, what that guy was made of. The liquid mercury. The other,
Nice.
You'll get into it. Either I think it was T2 or T3. It might have been T3. But I think it was one of those ones. I think it was 2, though, where that villain came. Cutting edge fucking graphics, man. I think this movie did so well that they were able to budget out even bigger as they got.
Yeah. I think this, exactly. This did so well that they were just like, as many of them as you want.
Yeah,
just go.
keep going. Arnold's a star. Let him fly. Let him
You
fly.
gotta let him fly.
You gotta let him fly, man. Arnold just was that dude, man. I think he sometimes doesn't get enough credit for the kind of staple he left. And I seen a real strong clip of him where he was kind of stating like, hey, as an immigrant coming here, I did really well and was treated really well. And he kind of had the whole like, hey, show respect to where you're at, and I'm humbled by it, and I gave back into this country that allowed me to be so great. So you did, Arnold. You gave a little something here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you became a governor because of it.
I know.
But, I mean, nobody
I
gave
don't
a
even
shit.
think
Like,
that was legal.
You know what I mean? Like, the
She was
Terminator's
crazy.
a damn governor. How many Terminator jokes when he became governor?
Right?
Is
The Governator.
insane. The governor, you know what I mean? Like,
Constant.
I'll be back. Yeah, he might even use some of that shit during his campaign.
Oh,
I don't
I'm sure.
remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure Hasta La Vista came out, which is a one we didn't get to yet. Because I was kind of looking for it. I was like, did he do it in the first one? I was like, no. Those are classic lines that didn't happen yet.
Yep.
They're probably in part 2 or 3, where he started getting more dialogue. But the first one was good, man. It was
That was
you know what I
really
mean?
good.
It was kind of like
I said, I tried to
Cyborg.
take myself back to like, wow, if I was a teenager in 1984 and this dropped, I would have lost my mind. Because
Yeah.
then you also got to think about it too. It's only in theaters.
Yep.
Bro, that shit used to come out on VHS 2-3 years later.
Right.
So the only time that you can see this shit is in the theaters, man. I can
1986.
see it. Yeah. Exactly.
It's probably when I saw it when I was enough to, like, oh, it's on Saturday afternoon, the Terminator movie. You know, because I
Yep.
didn't go to the movies to see it. Nobody brought me.
Yeah. So man, this was I could
Saturday
see
Night Flicks.
why back then this had the cultural impact that it did. Groundbreaking, I don't want to say animation, but groundbreaking like graphics
Yeah.
in it.
Explosions. Listen, they really blew shit up. There
Yeah.
wasn't no green screen. They blew shit up.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That, but to like I said, the graphics to however they did the practical stuff to
Yep.
see inside of him, his eye, the red light, man, all that, it was amazing.
yeah. Nah, Arnold, I get it. He's a GOAT, especially in the 80s, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't Eddie Murphy and Arnold in the 80s, I don't know what it is.
Stallone.
I
but other than that, yeah.
Stallone was, Rocky
Stallone.
took him to
Yeah,
prominence.
yeah.
I
Rocky
get
went
it.
nuts.
But I think, like I said, Terminator.
Yeah, action.
Right.
Action.
But Arnold had multiples.
Yep.
Rocky was that thing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But what other Stallone movies were super? I'm trying to remember. Other than
Rambo.
Rocky in the 80s,
Rambo.
How can I forget?
How can I forget
Rambo
about
and
you?
Rocky were
Rambo.
his 2 biggest joints. My bad. Put Stallone in there. You're right.
Yeah.
Stallone, Eddie, Arnold, 80s, done.
Wow.
That's, you know what I mean?
I like
There's
it.
probably some more I can add, but those 3 were really heavy. They were in your face a lot. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
With all these movies and just being everywhere and classic lines and, how many Halloween costumes people wore to Terminator?
I know. Still.
You know?
Still to this day, I'm sure if you go out on Halloween, you'll see somebody dressed like Arnold.
And then which one are you? The one where he was half faced with the red eye, or just this classic sunglasses,
Yep.
big hand cannon,
Big hand
leather
cannon.
jacket, and send me out. You
Man,
know, that's
what
the
did he
OG.
say to those guys first? Because he just repeated what they were saying. Like, it was something like,
Oh,
nice night, something like
Yeah.
that, you know?
look at this guy. Look at this guy. I don't. He was repeat what they said.
Clothes are in the wash, something
Right.
like that.
Need
And then
your,
just,
I need your clothes now.
he went for violence.
Yeah, he did.
Man, good stuff. The Terminator. Like I said, we're going to watch Terminator 2. We'll be back with that. So join us. If you got a suggestion of what something you'd like us to watch, we out here, man.
You Terminator fan? If not, go check it out, man. It's on HBO Max right now, by the
Yeah.
way. So if you got the Max,
Someone
check it out.
also uploaded it to YouTube. I didn't watch it on there, but I
Oh.
saw there was, and like I
There
did
you
the
go.
skip through, and
Yeah,
like, man,
it's on the tube.
It's on the
You
tube.
know what I mean? It might be a 1080, maybe not. Maybe, you know what I mean? 8 something. But whatever.
720,
Check it out. 720. Check it out.
Definitely
If it's
check
free
it
if
out.
you don't got the Max, man. But it's worth a watch and have an open mind. Because you're going to, if you're like somebody new, like, this is so stupid.
It's not a Pixar movie. It's
Right.
not a
If you're going
8K,
for
yeah.
if you're going for high end fucking graphics, it's not there. But you just take your mind out of it, put yourself in that era, and be like, man, if I was in this era as a youth, what would I think about this movie?
enjoy what it was. Because I mean,
Yeah.
ending off, but I like what film looks like, dude. Like you can see that difference of I like what film looks like. Just seeing that Orion in the beginning had me open.
Yeah,
you know.
Yep. So it's a lock in, man.
Hell yeah.
You can't beat it. I mean, CGI shit and all that's cool, man. But this is groundbreaking stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
For the
Leave a
time
comment.
it was. Yeah.
Let us know how you feel about it. Let us know if we missed anything, and let us know what to watch next
Alright.
if you would.
What's your favorite part? You heard? You Arnold fan or not? Which one? Which one?
Kyle Reese or Ray J? Which one? Which one?
Whose dick's more important?
Mattress on the floor so low. Young pastry crumbles dough in tow. They saw the future, a steel parade. Machines and shadows, the world unmade. Terminator rise, red like fire. Burning through the wires, higher, higher. Run, run, run. They'll find you metal hall. Pastry melts in the heat of dread. Mattress whispers, are we all dead? Terminator eyes, red like fire, burning through the wires, higher, higher. Run, 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 they'll find you still, in a dream where time stands still. They'll find you still. In a dream where time stands still. Words dance like raindrops fall. Echoes scream down a metal hall. Pastry melts in the heat of dread. Mattress whispers, are we all dead? Terminator eyes, red like fire, burning through the wires, higher, higher. Run, 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 they'll find you still, in a dream where time stands still. They'll find you still, in a dream where time stands still. They'll hunt you down, no pause, no rest. A heart of gears beats in their chest. Mattress dreams of cotton skies. Pastry longs for a world unspied.